Hi everyone, I am starting a new YouTube channel because I wanted to help my fellow UPSC aspirants who have been feeling confused because UPSC में इतना information है that we find it difficult to sort it out. But from my experience, I will help others as well. However, just to give you my credentials, I have not cleared any UPSC exam, so I still would try to help and contribute as much as I can. So please watch till the end. I'm sure you will feel connected and you will gain something from my experience, as I have wasted almost 2.5 years doing this preparation and still I'm nowhere. So I think it's best to learn from a person who did not clear and who failed, because we have a lot of knowledge and gyan to share with other people of what not to do. So let's continue. So I'm going to talk about how to prepare for UPSC, whether it's 27-28 or any other exam, any other attempt. So I wanted to clear that what this video is not, as there's so many YouTube videos available online, so many Telegram directions, so many Reddit directions, there's so much on the internet that we often feel that what shall we do? What would we would be able to customize for ourselves? So I'm going to cater to you guys, and for that I'm here. But I need to tell you that this is not another book list video that people often search. देखो book list almost सबकी similar होती है. There is no other trusted book, और दो चार books के अलावा कोई book trusted नहीं है. तो घूम फिर कर हर कोई वही books पढ़ता है. Everybody is going to read Lakshmikant for polity. Everybody is going to read Spectrum or the NCRT for modern history. Everybody is going to class notes to do their class notes for economy or any other coaching notes, or Manal sir notes, because there are no notes as good for economy. Then I would say that this video is not going to be a what video. I will not tell you what to do, because I think that is a personal and a very customizable thing to say, because what I feel one should do might not be correct for your needs. You need to adapt to your needs. You need to make a preparation system. It has to be a system. It cannot be just a strategy. There is a difference between strategy and system. So I would say it has to be a system, not a strategy. So I would say that this would be a what video rather than a why video, and I would say that I will prepare a why, because how to prepare, how to revise, and why to do so, I will focus on these: why and how. Why and how. Sorry, my pen is not working properly. Anyways, rather this video will talk about what mindset should you have, what method should you choose, how to give tests and how to analyze them, more importantly, what system should you follow, because there have to be a system. Because हम थोड़े दिन में एक सब्जेक्ट चालू करते हैं, हम बर्न आउट हो जाते हैं, बिकॉज देर इज सो मच इन नोट्स. हम एक चैप्टर पढ़ते हैं, हम दूसरे चैप्टर पे जाते हैं, चौथे चैप्टर पे जाते हैं, एंड देन वी फॉरगेट व्हाट वाज इन द फर्स्ट चैप्टर, एंड देन वी थिंक हाउ वी आर गोइंग टू रिवाइज. अगर हम आगे ही नहीं बढ़ पा रहे हैं और अगर हम रिवाइज करते रह जाएंगे तो ना हम आगे बढ़ पाएंगे और ना हम रिवाइज कर पाते हैं. एंड दैट इज़ हाउ वी क्विट द प्रिपरेशन एंड वी टेक लॉन्ग ब्रेक्स, विच इज़ इनकंसिस्टेंसी. एंड inconsistency is basically, it is going to lead you to not clear. So I would say please do not fall into this trap, and focus on consistency and try to build a system. Also, we will talk about how to do the revision techniques, what should be the revision techniques, how to do spaced repetition. I again say spaced repetition, and active recall. So active recall and spaced repetition is one thing. Next, we will talk about what are the core principles we are going to have. Core principles that we should have in your preparation. First of all is syllabus. Please do read the syllabus, and by reading the syllabus, I do not mean just going through it. Yes, this is there, that is there, okay, fine, I know. Rather, you have to sit with it. For example, if you're studying the syllabus of polity and it is written executive, then do write on a blank paper what is executive. So it helps you in remembering, learning that what is in the syllabus, and it helps you filtering out. It helps you in filtering out. Sorry for bad handwriting, but I cannot help it. Then we have PYQs. Please do follow PYQs. I did not. I ended up reading so much, reading extra which is not required. Therefore, you need PYQs. Also, to test if this source a good source or not, you need PYQs. Then we would talk about conceptual clarity. We often miss conceptual clarity because our focus is on completing the syllabus. Our focus is on completing the syllabus rather than actually understanding it. We have to follow on the understanding part and not the completing part. Therefore, we need to focus on conceptual clarity. This would be very basic to you if you're just starting and you're watching videos. But when you will be in your preparation, you will understand what I'm talking about. Also, revision. So what does revision means? Revision has to be, first of all, spaced repetition. I will tell you in my following videos what do they mean. Also, they have to be active recall. and we will also talk about them, what are they and how to fit them into our preparation. Then we will be consistent, because if we break it, we are going to lose this attempt. And this is true, because we forget what we studied, and to learn something, we need to be consistent. Please do be consistent. Then the topic is why. See, if you have to do hard work and you have to study 8 to 9 hours daily, you need to have motivation, and motivation is still external. You more importantly, you have to have inspiration. Instead of motivation, you should focus on inspiration, and which comes from a strong why. Why do you want to clear civil services? Why do you want to become an IAS or IFS or IPS, whatever? Why do you want to become this? For example, I want to become because I want to better the education system, and that is why I am here creating a channel, because I believe that even if I do not clear this exam, I should not believe that there is only one way I can contribute to this. I am contributing to education through channel. Also, please trust me that I won't be giving you any information which I do not have like credibility upon. If I do not have credibility, I won't give you that information. I will not teach subjects unless I'm sure that I am right. Unless I'm sure that I am right, I won't teach. I will focus upon strategy. And what systems should you follow. You can consider me as a friend or a mentor rather than as a teacher, because I want to help the students who have a economically less affluent background, and I want to help people so that they can reduce their attempts, because I could not. So now let us talk about the next thing, what coachings never share. So the point is, first of all, content is not equal to learning system. See, the coachings gave you content, they give you notes, they give you handouts, but what they forget is that this is not equal to learning system. This does not mean that you have learned something. When you have learned something, it should mean that you can recall it without opening the book. You should not open the book, and you should be able to recall it. So learning system is not equal to content. Rather, what I have learned through trial and error, and you will also apply some trial and error, because I can reduce the number of trial and errors but not finish it, or completely or absolutely negate the number of trial and errors. I cannot negate it. So you should focus on learning systems as well, not just content. Now let us focus upon what is evolving notes. What coachings do not tell us about evolving notes. So they give a set of notes. So they give us a set of notes, but they do not tell us that they evolve after first reading, second reading, and third reading of notes. Do not worry, I will tell you what the first reading, third reading, and second reading mean when we talk about more on how to study, rather than on the broad principles that we are talking about in this video. Then PYQs are teachers. PYQs are teachers, not tests. They are not merely tests, they are teachers. We need to analyze them, and coachings do not often tell us that we need to analyze them, right? They only tell us to test us that if we are able to attempt PYQs. PYQs are not limited to attempts, rather they should be analyzed. Please ignore the mess. I believe that quality should be more important than what I'm able to tell you through writing, because I also have limited resources, as I am myself an aspirant. Next is revision as a skill. See, you have limited time. Time is limited. You have to do spaced repetition. It means that you studied something on day 1, then you revise it on 3, then you revise it on 7, then you revise it on like after a month, like that. That is called spaced repetition. And you have to do active recall as well. So how to combine it in a limited time manner, that is a skill that you yourself need to learn in this examination preparation. So next is mistake analysis. See, I believe that you should have a notebook, either a book or a journal, something like that, or either some sheets like Google Sheets or printed sheets, whatever, and you should focus on these. Next is resource management. Resource management, what does it mean? See, resource management includes, we have so many books, right? We have n number of books, and moreover we have notes, we have current affairs. So how to inculcate into one note, or how to inculcate them into a timeful manner so that we can study and revise them, right? So that is resource management, which coachings never share, and sometimes attempts are wasted learning them because of haphazard way of preparing. So I think I will try to reduce the number of trial and errors you guys would take to reach at a customize. So I think the key to any examination is customization. So customization should be done by you only, because you yourself know your strengths. You know what are your strengths, what are your weaknesses. You only know that. Next, let's now jump to actual preparation. This would be having a lot less mess. So phase 1. What is phase 1? It would be foundation. What would it include? Polity, modern history, economy, geography. These are the 4 basic subjects for you to understand the what UPSC is basically. This is very basic for you to understand current affairs. Only if you have a good understanding of foundation and you have a good conceptual clarity, then only you will be able to study and have a good understanding of this foundation, and then only you will be able to connect it with the current affairs. So focus on your foundation subjects, do them properly. They should be done properly. Next, let's also in this phase choose your optional. Also, I will focus on timeline, like months wise timeline. If you're thinking, we will talk about them in our next videos, because these are just overview, so that you can know me, what kind of things I'm going to talk about in future, if I'm talking sense to you or not. So you should choose your optional while doing these subjects, because it serves as a basis. See, a lot of people take PSIR, sociology, anthropology, and all of these subjects have something in common. For example, if you study polity, you will understand if you want to take PSIR or not. However, they are a lot different, and I myself have PSIR as my option, but they are a lot different. But still, you as a naive person who's just into the preparation, I would say that yes, if you study polity, you would get something that if you want to study PSIR आगे or not. हिस्ट्री से आपको पता लगता है कि अगर आपको हिस्ट्री पढ़नी है कि नहीं, आप एटलीस्ट इन चारों के बारे में तो श्योर हो जाओगे कि आपके ऑप्शनल हो सकते हैं या नहीं हो सकते हैं. तो you would be sure about these 4 subjects. Okay. Now let's talk about the phase 2 of our preparation. That is going to be means specific. Now we are going, however, यहाँ पे मैं आपको एक चीज़ क्लियर कर देती हूँ. JS1 में सिर्फ एक ही सब्जेक्ट नहीं है, JS2 में सिर्फ एक ही सब्जेक्ट नहीं है. There are more. I just haven't written them right now. We will talk about them in my future videos. Okay. GS3 में environment, science and tech, disaster management, internal security, and there is much more. And GS4 we know ethics, and then we have essay. I forgot to write essay here. Right, this is. And basically you have to complete your optional by December. Try to at least do the classes of it and the basic notes. You should be able to have the basic notes, because after January everybody would be in would be focusing on prelims, and you would too, because you will feel FOMO, and therefore you would leave optional by then. So you have to complete it by December. That's the only way you can make it through mains and pre now, because अब जो pre का paper आया है, it requires a mains level understanding. So I would suggest you to study mains subject as well, because these will help you in solving prelims K questions. Next we will talk about what is phase 3 of our preparation. This would include prelim specific preparation, which it will include CSAT, ancient, medieval, environment, science and tech. If you're not studied in JS3 part, then all of these things which are left. It's a kind of backlog we can say, but not exactly backlog, prelim specific. Right, art and culture, it's also as it means, but art and culture and other small subjects. Okay. So now let us talk about what I'm going to cater to you in my next videos. So I will talk about detailed strategies for everything, and what not to do, and how to reach. I will tell you how to reach at your way, because I believe your way it has to be customized, and it has to be unique. It has to be unique. That's the only way it will suit to your strengths and weaknesses and your fancies and whims, because we all have some moods and we prefer studying a particular way. For example, I am writing on tab while you might prefer notes. Now I am towards the end of the video. I would just want to say thank you for listening to me. It's been a kind pleasure, because I always have thought that I should be able to help my fellow aspirants, and today I have taken this step. Please support me, because I'm going to help you only, and this channel would have actual help only, as only an aspirant can understand what we go through, the kind of confusion, the kind of mental state and mental pressure we go through, family, your friends, or your spouse, or we say like your relationships, if you have any. All these put kind of pressure on us, and only I can understand, and only fellow aspirants can understand. This can be your vent through which you can, let out your feelings. I am a friend to you. Please comment and suggest me what I can do better, or if you have any suggestion for me, I am more than I welcome them with an open heart. Sorry, I was a bit nervous today as well, because I was, this was my first such recording, so I was very nervous, and therefore it explains my fumbling. Anyways, I just wanted to say thank you to you guys, and please share this and subscribe my channel to support me. And please know that the more you share, the more you learn, because the other person will also share something with you. That's what I have learned the hard way, because I did not had any friend. I will tell you about my story as well if you guys are interested in knowing. So if you want to learn more, please do share. That's it for today. Thank you. Bye bye.